Hey everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Glad you could make it to my last mermaid drawing for the month of 2019. And being that this is my last one, I've decided to make this one a fully rendered mermaid. I've drawn a total of 16 mermaids and it's the most that I have ever drawn. Even though 2 of my mermaids that I posted on my Instagram were just reposts of mermaids that I drew about 2 years ago, but even so, I think I've always drawn about 5 mermaids and that would be it. I would just get tired and I'm like, they suck, and I just wouldn't have that motivation anymore. So honestly, I gotta give myself a pat on the back because, I think I did a good job this year. This is amazing. I'm proud of myself. If you guys stuck through mermaid, no matter, even if you guys did 5 mermaids, hey, applause to you because you did it. At least you decided to give it a try. You don't have to do this every day. This is just something for you to do, no matter how many mermaids you come up with. For me, this time around, I've gotten so confident. I have no idea where this confidence came from, but then again, I remember in the start of May, and even while drawing the mermaids, I was just so determined about drawing them. Today I'm going to talk a bit about what I've learned during this art challenge and what I've enjoyed the most. But before I dive into that, I want to give a little bit of info about the mermaid that I'm drawing right now in this video that you guys are currently watching. This is my Voodoo Witch mermaid. I was inspired by Tia Dalma, aka Calypso from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Or is it Caribbean? Caribbean, tomato. Anyways, Dead Man's Chest, which is the second movie. And as I said, this is a fully rendered mermaid, and I decided to do that because I wanted to go out with a bang, since this is my last mermaid of the month for this challenge. And there are 2 versions of her, so stay tuned to see the transformation in the end, along with further details about this character. Starting out, I was skeptical, yet, as I stated, determined. I didn't really know what to expect out of my drawings. I just knew that I was 100% ready to begin and to see what I can do and improve with each mermaid that I draw. Although a majority of mermaids I have drawn are sketches, I really feel like I've improved this year. Not only with focusing on mermaids and getting this many done, for this year, but more of the fact that I've tried my best to include some sort of character development by adding props and backgrounds to some of these mermaids that I have drawn. Some of them look like a mess, but as I said, a majority of them were sketches. So hey, but I think they're pretty good sketches to me, but that's me, myself, and I. If you have other opinions, that's cool too. But anyways, I can tell you they look so much better than the ones that I have drawn in the previous years. I've gotten so much more creative too. I've actually impressed myself. Not that I haven't done that before, but I've never felt this good about a monthly art challenge. Despite my low self-esteem during this challenge, I told myself, why not just go for it? Learn. This is the opportunity to learn, to improve, and to see, what I can do and, learn from my mistakes and all that jazz. I know we beat ourselves up when it comes to monthly art challenges, but you gotta keep reminding yourself that these challenges are for practicing and experimenting, which I think I said in my last video. I truly believe that practice makes progress. Not perfect, but if you want to believe in perfection, that's totally cool, no big deal, Hakuna Matata, but I prefer to say progress. For this art challenge, I really enjoyed thinking outside of the box with some of my mermaids. There would be times when I would just draw the mermaid, or at least that was the plan. I would, have my, on my computer open, I'm ready to draw, and most of the time I would be like, okay, I'm only gonna draw a mermaid, that's it, nothing else, just the mermaid alone. But that creative side in me felt most of them were so empty, and I wanted to add so much more to them in the end. You know, I wanted to add, you know, if she's in a sitting position, like, it would just look awkward to me, and I'm like, you know what, let's have her sit on a rock. That rock is looking empty, let's add a starfish on the rock, you know, and so forth. And then if she's in water, let's add some bubbles. You know, bubbles are simple, but at least it's something to indicate that she's in the water. Like, yes, duh, she's a mermaid, but you know, to kind of at least create some sort of atmosphere around her. And you know, have the mermaid be up on the surface and drawing the beach behind her. All that stuff takes into account of, I guess, that whole character development, and I think that's what I felt like I've improved on, and I'm glad that I experimented with it, and I enjoyed I enjoyed doing that. It was so much fun, and it was nice to see what, you know, where my creativity took me. I cannot speak. I even had to, you know, kind of ask myself certain questions like, you know, what's the story behind this mermaid? What are her surroundings like? Is she evil? If she's evil, her surroundings should be pretty dark, you know? Let's think Disney vibes. Is she kind? Let's give her like a bright colored background atmosphere. All those types of things, you know, that I had to ask myself to really help me understand what I wanted this mermaid to look like. I found myself being more creative with shadows, filters, lighting, and just storytelling in general, as I said, rather than just having a cute drawing of a mermaid. Sure, there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, my drawings are quote-unquote, I guess, under that category, cute girls. So it was nice to make it seem like there's more to them than just being cute. And also, what I'm about to say, you know, I'm sure you've heard just about every other artist say this, but don't compare your artwork with everyone else's. And especially during these big art challenges, especially like Mermay, everyone's always posting their mermaids, and you know, some people get to a certain point where they're just like, oh no, their mermaid is so much better, I suck at mermaids. And you know, I'm kind of speaking for myself because I went through that. I was envying other people, other artists who drew mermaids so much better, but I think this time around, because I had this boost of like determination just rushing through me, I was just like admiring everyone else's piece. I was like, wow, this is such a good idea. And you know, like, this is this drawing that you're looking at now, it's a voodoo witch, and you know, I'm sure there are a lot of artists who did a voodoo mermaid theme, and everyone's gonna come up with their own interpretation of what their voodoo mermaid looks like. This is what mine looks like. Maybe there's like other artists who drew a voodoo mermaid, but it looks completely different. They have a whole nother idea in their mind. Excuse the train. So yeah, don't compare your artwork with anyone else's, because it's not going to do you any good. It's only going to hold you back. The goal as an artist is to grow, to improve. Don't look at you know, at what other people are doing and put your artwork down. Don't do that. You know, you gotta have some confidence in your artwork and surround yourself with good people that will give you critiques on what you can improve on and how you can improve on. Like, that seriously helps. Don't be afraid to take criticism. I know some people are jerks. There are people who give jerkish criticisms, you know. Don't pay attention to those people, but pay attention to the ones that actually want to see you improve. So yeah, those are basically my thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff that I've learned while joining Mermay this year and feeling really good about it this year. And so now I'm going to go ahead and finish off this video talking about this character who does not have a name. None of my characters have names, but that's okay. So, of course, this is, you know, it's a voodoo witch theme mermaid that I drew, and I wanted to do dreads. I'm starting to really enjoy drawing dreads. I think they're so much fun to do. They can be tedious, yes, but I do enjoy drawing them, and I kind of like my style of how I draw dreads. I want to improve on them a little bit, but I'm always going to, you know, keep practicing. And I think the hardest part of this whole drawing was the head wrap that's on her head. I had to look up different references of, like, you know, how it's folded so that way I can get the shading of the folds right. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I kind of did a little bit sloppy doing the headscarf, but and even like the bra portion, because initially I was imagining that they were made out of seaweed, some sort of, like, you know, sea plant, mostly seaweed, we're gonna say seaweed, so that's why I made it green, but I don't even think that it looks like seaweed, but that's what I was going for both the head wrap and the bra. And at first I didn't add the bones, they were kind of like a last minute thing. I just added them in because when I looked at the head wrap, I felt like it was too bland. Even if it had like those jewels that's coming from the head wrap against her forehead, I just felt the need that I needed to add more bones, because, you know, when you think of voodoo, you think of bones, you know. And then of course I love the puka shells that I drew on her waist and her wrist. I thought those were really cool too. I think that's what they're called, puka shells. I used to have them, and I remember my dad used to call them puka shells. So I might be wrong, but yeah, the little shells that's on her wrist and her waist. The hands look freakish as always, but I'm not gonna judge myself too harshly on the hand. It looks alright, but then, you know, of course I do see that it's a little bit on the sloppy side. That's because I gave up just a little bit. I was like, oh gosh, these hands, but I really want her to have this skull floating above her hand, you know, doing some sort of voodoo magic. And also, so that, remember in the beginning, that transformation, that second version that I said I did? Well, it happened, it was by accident. It was this part right here. I was testing out filters, mainly like a dark blue filter, and that's when I was like, oh my god, I can do that. I think, what is it called, a fluorescent light or whatever, that blue light type thing. So that's like the other version that I decided to do. And so I'm keeping both of them, but at the end here you will see, you know, kind of how it looks together. I'm gonna have it fade in, fade out. So check it out. You know, it kind of reminds me of the changing images in the Haunted Mansion. Is that just me? No? Oh, well, hey, anyways, let me know how you guys felt this year if you participated in #Mermay of 2019. I would really love to know your thoughts and feelings about your drawings. Talk to me, let me know, you know? So yeah, we will start the new month with new drawings, so stay tuned. But in the meantime, thank you guys, thank you all so much. I love you all. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I shall chat with you soon in the next video. I can't sing. Bye.